Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back, Leos. All right, Leos, I want to take a quick peek at past, present, future for Leo, just because I feel like this is a nice wrap up right now before Christmas. So, past energy, we had a Four of Cups going to the Five of Cups. So, we certainly had some kind of a missed opportunity. Somebody, maybe both Leo and another individual, possibly a water sign, both kind of felt like, something had been fumbled, a connection had been fumbled in the past. Two of Swords going to the Three of Swords. A decision was made to end a connection. Either Leo left or they ended up leaving, but nobody actually felt good about this in the end. This was past energy. So this is something that's already happened. We've got an Ace of Cups going to the Two of Cups. This is the reason it probably still felt wrong, like things had ended wrong, because this was a very love-filled connection. It's something that maybe after the relationship fell apart, um, I think Leo really started to love themselves more. I think they realized this was very much a Two of Cups. Whomever did the leaving, you notice that we have this person running off into the distance, and we have this person at the distance. Whomever was at the distance is the one, and they keep coming up as a divine masculine. They realized after the fact, after they said, well, I guess this has been ruined, so I guess I just leave now, that it's almost like he said, well, there's nothing more to do. They could have even blocked Leo. We see the sun is in the sky here. So Leo really dominates this character's thoughts, right? Because Leo is the sun also. But I feel like Leo in the past turned their attention to like loving themselves a little bit more, not a little, a lot more. Leo might have gotten into other activities, things like pottery, things like jewelry making. They might have gotten really busy with work and really started to just focus on themselves, because what else do you do when a connection ends and somebody bounces? I feel like it was them who decided, well, there's no way to fix this, it's all been somehow crashed down. Maybe they made a big mistake with Leo, and then they felt like Leo would never forgive them or take them back, so they may as well just leave. But what's crazy is they love Leo now more, or after they left, it became more clear just how important Leo has been to them. And they have watched Leo ever since. They have never stopped paying attention to Leo. A Four of Wands to the Five of Wands. Yeah, Leo's the one that got away for them. This was the one that they realized kind of too late. I should have been married to Leo. They observed Leo from a distance. So I don't know if Leo did something that was like visible in their career path where they could watch from a distance, but they fell more in love and know that Leo was like really meant for them more and more. That this is God, this has been a heavy burden on their mind over and over and over all this time. This is all past energy. I only read this deck in the upright because there's already two messages on each card. Two of Wands going to the Three of Wands. And they always tell themselves that one fine day they just will go ahead and in the future, they tell themselves it's not over, even though it's over because they walked away, but they regret it so very, very much that they fight with themselves and think about it all the time. They may have almost reached out to Leo about 100 times, or certainly two times where they were right on the cusp of it. But they keep feeling like, I'll know when the right time is. I'll reach out to Leo at some point. Sorry, I know I look like a wet rat. I have been out in the rain and saturated. So the past energy is somebody who is still very much hooked on Leo, because Leo is the one, it's not even the one that got away. It's the one they fumbled this with, and then they walked away, and they would give anything to come back around to it. What's a message for just Leo in regards to that past situation? And then we're going to get into the present. I don't want to linger too long. Ace of Wands in the reverse. If Leo has lost their passion for this, if Leo is not trying to write a new love story with this person, then by all means, let it go. Don't even worry about it. Don't even think about it. If somebody has fallen more in love with Leo and Leo's actually fallen out of love with them, maybe that's all for the best, because it did say that person walked away, which was a big betrayal. One more card just for Leo. Ace of Cups. Keep filling Leo's heart. I think Leo, in that past energy, the message to Leo was, don't try to take stuff back that didn't make Leo actually genuinely happy, and instead to keep filling one's own cup. And maybe that was a relationship that helped Leo to transform and really start focusing more on what they deserved and what they wanted. But yes, an ex still wants Leo. An ex will always still want Leo. And they always still think that someday it's just going to be about the right time to reach out. But I don't really see them doing it. I just see them always thinking about it. What about in the present energy? What's the message here in Leo's present energy? What have we got? High Priestess. So there's a lot of magical kind of unknowns but felt kind of energies. We got an Eight of Cups and we got the Temperance. Okay, there is either a Sagittarius or possibly a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Virgo. But we've got, in the present moment, we've got something that is unseen by Leo, but kind of sensed, that there's a person who is like traveling to come see them, embarking. This is a person who's changed something in their life, and they'd like to have some kind of balance with Leo. They may have just barely, they may be leaving like in the evening, taking a red-eye flight or traveling or changing something in their life. Leo senses this person's existence, but doesn't know who it is. We have a Two of Cups. It is in the reverse. We have the Three of Cups sideways. Okay, Leo, I didn't want this to all be about, exes or anything, but we're getting the cards that we're getting. Leo would say it's definitely not an ex. I don't sense it being them. The only way it could still be that ex is if that individual, if that ex who has still felt like they messed things up with Leo and they can never get over Leo from the past, if they suddenly have changed so radically that their energy vibration is so different that, think of it like this. A high priestess, imagine they have like radar and they can pick up the like signature of different things, they can, or like heat seeking signatures of things. And it's like, well, I can tell something, that's whatever emitting I don't even know what the what the terms would be, but someone who's emitting like 5 kilowatts of energy flow is coming toward me. I can see it on my uh, whatever my radar screen, but I don't know who it is. But I'm sure it's not the X because that's not the energy they used to emit. Their signature was like 12, and this is 52, so it can't be them. The only way it could be this person from the past, because Leo says it flat out is not. I know there's something cooking. There's somebody coming toward me. There's something big about to happen. There's some kind of balance coming in. I can feel somebody approaching me, but it's not my ex. Of course not. It could be a multitude of other people. It's like Leo expects to have something break their routine and to have people that want to talk to them. They are braced for hearing from people. The World card, the Two of Wands. Leo also senses that there very well could be, I think, a new romantic partner on the horizon. Leo expects something in the realm of romance. And I only say that because this is a Maori folk tale of this daughter of a tribal chieftain who falls in love with, kind of like I guess we'll call them a commoner, because she's, the chieftain's daughter. So she's supposed to marry somebody that would, be of great significance. But she falls in love with, just, I guess a commoner who lives on a neighboring island. And she decides, I don't care who they say I'm supposed to be with. I love him. So I'm going to go over and paddle over to his island, stay the night with him, so that it's clear that I've made my choice. And I feel like there is some kind of energy of like Leo senses that there is love coming toward them. Now, they may think it's not until the next year, because I look at the World card as its cycle, but Leo senses a new cycle. They sense people approaching them. They sense somebody's energy has shifted. But I keep feeling like Leo is sensing that somebody is coming toward them. Now, the reason I say that is because the High Priestess, if Leo knew that they were making this change, then Leo would be in charge of it, and they wouldn't have to be in a High Priestess mode. They'd just be in like Ace of Swords mode, right? That's why I think this is what's coming toward Leo, because Leo feels it, but they're not in charge of it. They're aware of this. But again, we say, but Leo doesn't quite know who it is. It's like it could be somebody brand new, or it could be somebody that I've known before. I just know that it's not my ex. I don't know that it's not Leo's ex. This is just Leo's present energy. They sense that this is on its way. What's a message for Leo in regards to that topic in the present energy? Page of Wands in the reverse says not to worry about it, not to create a spark for who Leo wants it to be. Trust that it'll be whomever is in Leo's greatest and highest good, or the lesson that Leo needs to learn. This is don't spend too much time trying to figure it out. If it's love, if it's going to be perfect, just flow with it. Why? Because that says the Four of Wands sideways. Leo's only goal, especially in their present energy, should be maybe to be present and to allow amazing things to come into their life. Not everything that enters into our world will be amazing. Not everything that we wish would come into our world will come into our world. But as a whole, allow life to flow is what this all says. We've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Keeps saying Leo cannot figure out what is coming, but it'll fill in a gap of something that they need that they didn't even know to ask for. This is some kind of like something Leo's never had and doesn't even know that they've been missing is what's going to be coming in for them. This is in their present energy. Something Leo lost is going to be returned. Something that Leo needs, some kind of generosity that they never had. This is weird, but it could be something that maybe it's a sense of friendship or security or protection that Leo did not have from like a father figure or a previous partnership. It's a King of Pentacles in the reverse. This is like if Leo knew people that were stingy, again, divine masculines, it should have been, protective and supportive and helped Leo get a start in this world. I almost feel like we're dealing with a Leo whose life has been harder than it should have been because they did not have the proper support, like from childhood or from a partner, or maybe at any point in life. Maybe they've been, consistently disappointed. I feel like, again, Leo is not even aware of what it would be like to have that kind of support because they're used to fighting their own fights. And the universe says, it's okay. Keep doing what you do, Leo. You do well. This Leo does amazing. This Leo is very intuitive. This Leo makes their own way through this world. That's incredible. But in the present energy, if Leo senses something coming toward them, says, don't try to figure out what it is. Just allow it to enter into Leo's world because it is likely going to be something Leo didn't even know they would have needed. Do we have any other message on that? I just feel like that's still kind of cryptic, even though it's also quite exciting. We have a 3 of Cups once again. We have the 9 of Swords in the reverse. It's not going to stress Leo out. We have a 10 of Swords. It's going to give Leo some kind of closure, but it's going to give them a new opportunity. 2 of Wands. We've seen the 2 of Wands come up 3 times in this storyline so far, right? We saw it in the past and we see it twice in the present. So whatever this is that is coming toward Leo, it is more than one person, which is why it's going to yield more than one result. On one hand, some of Leo's problems are going to be alleviated. So they could be receiving very soon some kind of an offer. It could be a financial offer. It could be a supportive offer. It could be a job offer. It could be the offer of, something that words of, praise, or it could be something tangible. But the other thing that comes in for Leo, or is on its way in for Leo, is something that will permanently close out a cycle for Leo. It's news or information that closes out a painful cycle, and that frees Leo to again consider going down a new road. It almost feels like an inheritance or something is coming Leo's way. All right, I'm going to leave that part. Now let's go to the future, because we were kind of pushing into the future part anyway as I'm looking at these cards. So for the future for Leo, 3 of Wands, very, frequently popping up card here also. So the future is all about the future. Okay, so obviously the next 3 months to I usually say 3 days to 3 months, but because it's already the future and now we're talking about like it's a pretty immediate future message, okay? We have a Queen of Cups. We have a 5 of Cups. We've got, again, a mixed bag. In the immediate future, I think Leo is going to suddenly have this burst of personal fulfillment that is unbelievable. I think that their heart is going to be really full. I feel like they have a ton of emotional fulfillment, but I do think that there's going to be someone who craves Leo's energy, Leo's support, Leo's kindness, Leo's emotional support. We've got 8 of Wands sideways. In the upcoming future, Leo's got someone that they're going to have to contend with, somebody who's desperately trying to talk to Leo, somebody that has a story of woe to tell Leo. And Leo's going to have to make a decision about what to do. No matter what story somebody tells Leo, they do not have to be generous and give their love to someone, just because a lot of people make mistakes and then they feel really bad about it. And they tell, like, I'm so sorry. I'm in such grief without you. This still doesn't mean that they get an all access pass to Leo. So with this, I don't know yet what's going to happen other than Leo's going to have to make a decision about this person. The Chariot, because it is either this person is going to be allowed into Leo's life or Leo is going to move away from this person. This is somebody who wants Leo's energy. And maybe Leo does love them. This could be a reconciliation. It's going to require some deep thought. Leo has a lot going on. Stuff from the past that still yearns for Leo, changes and opportunities coming in the present that then morph right into in the upcoming future. Leo's going to have a big decision to make about whether or not they allow whatever somebody wants from them. Leo's going to have to decide if they give to this person or not. Page of Pentacles. Leo wants to give to this person. They want to give a small amount, though. They don't want this person to have an all access pass. Why? Why does this person want a space in Leo's world in the upcoming future? Ace of Swords, they want to speak truth to Leo. They're kind of like making big promises that if Leo would only let them back in, they would be always truthful. Somehow they feel better when they're around Leo. They feel more balanced now than they ever did. Ace of Wands, they really want Leo. I do feel like this might be the ex. I was hoping for all new in the upcoming future, but this seems like a big ticket item, and it seems like somebody, again, with the Two of Wands and the Star. This is somebody who's trying to convince Leo that it would all be different this time around. And this time they would heal things with Leo, and this time they would be Leo's wish come true. And this time they know Leo is their wish come true. If only Leo would see them in that way. It does feel like it's an ex begging for one more chance. I can't help it. That's what it looks like. Is there anything else in Leo's future that is not something like that they'll have to figure out what they're going to do? A connection with the universe. This is Grimalkin himself. I always call this the maker in our deck. And it feels like Leo, wow, the Tower. In the upcoming future, Leo is going to change some paradigm, some thought process in their life. They might free themselves from something. They might unexpectedly also, Seven of Swords. Leo could expose somebody for being untruthful, or Leo could expose something that they themselves have wanted and has been buried inside of themselves for a very long time. 10 of Wands, Leo is dropping some kind of huge burdens that they pretended they didn't carry for a really long time. 8 of Swords, a burden that kept them stuck in a shadow. Leo wasn't even admitting it to themselves, maybe, but we see the big, huge shadow emanating out from the kitty cat. I think that Leo had a real painful experience that they were kind of keeping to themselves. We have the Chariot. This is Leo moving on, and I almost feel like really feeling empowered and in charge of their life again. It's honestly is wonderful. Leo could wind up moving. They could wind up changing careers as well. But it's more than anything, it's breaking away from something that they hadn't admitted to themselves how badly they needed a change, how badly they needed a win. It's actually a pretty darn good storyline as a whole for Leo, all the different facets of this. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye.